Hi, it's Florian, and today I'm going to talk about silos. So, what are silos? How do they impact you at work? And what can you do about them? Stay tuned if you want to learn more. So, a silo, I guess everyone knows, is a part of work structure like a department or a team or a group of people who have a very good relationship between each other but are very noticeable as a group in a company. They have their own processes, they have their own opinions, they have maybe their own Christmas parties, whatever. But they are like a small organization in an organization. And that is a huge problem because those silos usually become bottlenecks. They are in their comfort zone, they try to do as least less work as possible. Um, Maybe they don't feel like it, but they actually are. It's very hard to integrate them if you want to have a lean process, if you want to look at the flow of information or the flow of products through your company. You always have this like stepstone in the company that prevents a lot. And they are very good at preventing it because they have a very good team spirit and they work very well with each other. And it's very easy for them to defend each other, to give you a million reasons why they can't change, to give you a million reasons why you have to do it as they want to and not as you want to. And that's an issue for the organization. It's an issue for you as an individual who maybe has to work with this silo structure. And it's an issue if you have maybe two of these silo structures in the company that fight each other or that just react to each other in a specific way. Silos are usually between departments or teams, so like between R&D and product management, or between production and sales, or between finance and purchasing. All of these departments can build a silo structure, and that is very bad for a company, and it's very bad for you if you have to work with them. So the question is, why do these silos exist? How do they how does a part of an organization become a silo? And it's very important to understand that silos usually are a structure in an organization that has been working for quite a while with each other. So these people are usually part of the company for a longer time. They have some kind of leaders, an official one, maybe an unofficial one, and they like each other. So they like going to work, and they tell each other things from their private lives. They actually enjoy working and they enjoy preserving their comfort zone. And the silo structure itself is based on something that's called oxytocin. So it's a hormone that makes you trust each other, that makes you like to go somewhere with someone. So it's basically something you feel if you are happy in your family, if you're happy in an organization. And this oxytocin makes you understandable and all of that. So it makes you very social in this group. But what you have to understand, it doesn't only make you social in this group, it also makes you defend the group. And it makes you very smart when it comes to working with each other to defend the group. And these silo structures are exactly that. So they are a structure with a lot of oxytocin, a high working team with a lot of trust, something that actually is, you see a lot in literature that you want that, and you want trust to the team. But you need to be careful that it doesn't become a silo. And if you have these silos, you need to now understand what to do. What is it that you can do about it if you have to work with such a silo? And actually, if you are a normal employee, you cannot do anything. You can only lose if you try to argue with a silo, because they are smart and they are more than you are. They have their own processes and they will run over you like a steam train. They won't let you have any possibility to change them, to tell them what they have to do. They will always tell you what you have to do. And if you want to work with them, and if you notice, oh yeah, that's a silo, then just play by their rules. Don't try to change it, because you will always fail. It's sad to say that like that, but it's like it is. As a company, you don't want that, but as a company, you have to do something about it. So what can you then do about it if you are a company or if you are a leader? And what I learned, what you need to do is you need to decrease the oxytocin level in the silo. That's very easy to say, but how do you do that? So what I do is usually two things. Whenever I notice a silo, I talk to the head of the silo, who is usually the part of the silo, and tell him that he needs to show me exactly what he's doing, why he's doing it, and so on. So I give him a lot of trouble because I know that these silos usually are in some kind of comfort zone, and they maybe don't even realize it themselves, but they are. And I break it up through the boss, and I tell them exactly what I want from them and give them a lot of pressure. And at the same time, I take the employee structure apart. So what I do usually is I establish processes like, for example, Scrum or an Agile process or whatever process, which requires from the people in the silo to work for some time in another team. So I just get them away from the silo. They need to sit somewhere else usually, they need to be somewhere else, they are just away from the silo. And that helps them to build oxytocin with a new team. And that makes it easier for them to then work with others. So if you do that, if you take this silo apart, if you take the structure apart, maybe not the department itself, but just from a process point of view, you can actually break up this kind of silos. And of course, you need to talk to the boss. You need to make the boss really clear that this is not the way that he can work. You need to put him into lean workshops, into whatever things. But you need to be very, very clear that this is not how it's going to work. And what usually helps if this boss retires or leaves the company, because then you have the unique opportunity to do something really fundamental about the silo. That's also something that you can do, but you cannot expect. So firing the boss is something that you can that you should not do at first, of course, but that you also need to do sometimes if the silos walls are too thick. So silos are a bad thing. They prevent the company from succeeding. They are bottlenecks usually, and it's very hard to deal with them, but it is possible. And it's possible from a company perspective, but not from a, I would say, employee perspective. You cannot do anything about the silo. But if you understand how it works with the oxytocin stuff and so on, you can actually understand them better, and you can work around them better without annoying them too much. Because annoying them, as I said, is a very bad idea. They will come after you as a group. And with that, thanks for listening. If you liked it, thumbs up and subscribe. And have a good day. Bye.